Alright guys, so here is another one featuring the SCX24s. I got the C-10 repaired now, so the motor has been replaced. And just one of the stock motors, like $7-8. I'm sorry, what the new ones are, it's like $10. So one other thing I did is I added the Dsm Rapid Recovery Kit for this one as well. So I bought the second kit, so the axle. Here, let me just do this. I was trying to be lazy and not pull the body clips out, but might as well. Okay. So when it hooks right here, the complete shock system gets replaced with the little pulley system, right through here. Okay. The fairly lead is right here. You just drill it. You don't drill it. Sorry, you just bolt it onto use the bumpers right here, the screws right here, and from the bottom you move them, just put them on top. There's the fairlead. You do have to do a little bit of bumper work right here, so body work, sorry, not bumper work. So you do have to remove a little bit right here, just so this thing can close. So the C10 compared to the Jeep Wrangler is relatively stock. I can't say it's full stock because they did have a little bit of upgrades. So here, let me show you. The C10 itself is wider than the Jeep, so the C10 didn't use the extenders, but the C10 does have the brass weights. Okay, so the tires really came off, so okay, which is fine. We're gonna get new tires for these things anyways. They don't know, and that's cracked too. Oh well. But anyways, so we have the weight right here, the brass weights on the tires, and it's got the steering knuckles. So that's what the C10 has. And of course the Jeep Wrangler, you guys saw what it has. It has the shocks, it has the wheels, it has the tires, and it's got the metal aluminum right here. What is this thing called? Freaking steering link, tie rod. It's got steering servo mount. So it's got a decent amount of upgrade other than the power system. Okay, so this is the newest thing that I did. Okay, it's just kind of a bridge. It can be a climber. Little 3/4 inch rocks that I had outside. So the bottom looks like this, and then I epoxied some of the rocks on here. So I did paint the rocks, as you can see. Added some darker shades to it, some lighter shades to it, and some brown to it. Added an oil wash to this as well. Added a little bit, so just to give it additional coloration. And I finished the row system here. So these have been glued, and kind of added an oil wash on top of here as well to give it a dirty look. So this can be used as a climbing or a bridge. So in this particular case, I'm using it as a bridge. So this is just a little temporary setup that I have with the rigs that I have currently. So let me see. Let me grab the C10. Here we go. I haven't got to try the C10 on this one yet. I just did it with the Jeep. Okay. All right. So here we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, perfect time to test out the Rapid Recovery Kit that I put on it. Okay, works in that part. Let me get the second part on here. I don't want this thing to keep moving. There we go. Oh well. Okay, so let me just kind of help it along right here. There we go. Oh, come on. Alright. Tires are slick on this car. As you can tell, they're dusty, they're slick. I haven't washed it since it's been sitting on top of the shelf for forever. Right. I'm gonna give it one little hook right here. Let's see if I can get it up. Okay. Perfect. The shocks are soft on this thing, so I'm trying to be careful on it. Okay, there we go. We made it down. Back up. There we go. These are the stock steering servo, so it's a little weak. I'm not trying to burn it out because it's also, remember, it has brass on the bottom, both the weight and also the steering knuckle, so it's a lot of weight for that little servo, so don't want to over torque it. Okay. Alright, so that would be my C-10's run. Let's do that run with my SCX24. Okay, and as you can tell, all three of these particular obstacles are made out of jumbo popsicle sticks and some hot glue. These are just 3/4 inch gravel that I have in the yard. This you can buy, you know, at Home Depot or Lowe's, depending on what's nearby. The jumbo popsicle sticks today, I just looked right now on Amazon, I think it's about $18 per a box of 1,000, which is more than you need. Hot glue, obviously, depending what brand you use, you know, they're not super expensive. But was RC1200, you said that you were thinking of starting a project of this nature. Start small. So the first things I did was I started with the ramps. This is 3 sets of, you know, jumbo popsicle stick here, jumbo popsicle stick here, jumbo. So this is 3 sets on each side. How steep you want to go on this really just depends on the rig that you have. As you can tell, this climb is a little steep. I'm lucky I have these particular hooks to help me get up, but if you don't have that, you know, you can always lower that a little bit. You know, from there you would start building up, and this is the first thing I did, was I built 2 sides from here. After that, I figured out the angles, just kind of test the runs, you know, leaning up against something, and then from there you can basically start building your legs, your support system. This is still kind of weak, you know. I definitely want to add a little bit more inside to sturdy it up a little bit. Once you line this section up and this section up, then you can create your suspension bridge, and that's just a rope hot glued to the bottom, pull it tight, line them up, and then use glue rope on here. In regards to the rope right here, I mean, these are toothpicks. I have a hole puncher, so I could just punch the hole here, but I started out with a drill, and I drilled the initial holes, but they were too close, so I just hole punched the edges, and I used the toothpick and I super glued it in with a little bit of hot glue. Same thing with this. This is, as you can tell, 2 sets of these long ones right here. put them together, epoxy the bottom, and added some rocks. Zigzag, same thing, easy. Just start off piece section at a time. 1 section, 2 section, 3 section, and then build the connection. So for RC1200, that's basically a great thing to do is buy 1,000 of these popsicle sticks and glue sticks. It costs you about 20 bucks. Excuse me. Get a selection of movies that you've seen before, nothing you want to see now, new. Really just for some background noise, because when you glue sections together, you gotta wait for that hot glue to dry, which is like 30 to 40 seconds. And you can cheat and use a little tiny table fan, kind of like what I do over there, and that will help cool it a little faster, but not exactly you save that much time. But okay, same thing. This car is gonna need some assistance. So I'm gonna get over here so I don't blind you with my studio lights, and then I'll get the hook down right here. Oops. All right, so yeah, that didn't know. Hang on. There we go. 1, 2, 3, up. Okay. Whoa, okay. After I threw on the paint, it started to become more slick, so. Some of the people online, what they do is they'll glue strips of sandpaper on these to help with the climb and the grip before painting over it. Okay, so that is good. Let me just get over here. Get her down. Okay, that should do it. Okay. There we go. So the C-10 will hopefully be getting some upgrades soon, but I'll have some more projects working. Right now I'm working on elevation to get climbs going, and then I'm going to be doing the spray foam so I can get a rock climb kind of area. So getting the hot glue ready, and I'm going to be gluing the bottom layout so I can get elevation platforms, tunnels and so forth going. But once that's done, I'll spray the spray foam over that, and that's the next project. Alright guys, I'll catch you on the next one, and have a good one now.